remember that I had done this map like a while ago, and I put like little secret little things in there for future me.
Yeah, you are leveling. You just level your characters. We'll have to do that for you.
Okay.
Right. Wow.
All right, so
A
the
lot of
character
people
sheets
here.
will get leveled later then, Randy?
Yeah, if you want to do the leveling sort of after this session, and then this way you can push forward. I mean, well, it depends on whether or not people level up this session or not. But
Well, I mean, the reason I ask is we can't level ours or ourselves, and Steven's still at level 3.
okay.
Mine doesn't change, but his does.
Sure.
I'm probably going to need that link on the list.
I'll update them tomorrow when I have a little bit of free time, and then we'll go from there. But for right now, we'll just kind of play as is. All right. So
He's just going to go ahead and play his spells and spell slots like he's level 4.
sure.
Just so you know, I had leveled my character up previously to 4th.
7.
And instead of taking a feat, I took the ASI and took +1 in my wisdom and charisma because they were both odd numbers. So
Yeah.
just for housekeeping purposes.
All right. Is it the Oxport? It's not the Oxport. It's a Gameport.
He's having trouble with ports too.
Lots of ports. I wonder if it's not plugged in. It is plugged in. So what the dealio? Oh, because it's not. Right. You have to turn the volume up. That's like
What's
step
the
1.
dealio? That's not a song. I just made it up.
Sure. There we go. Got to turn that volume up. Okay. So, let's turn this guy down a little. So where we left off from before was you guys had fought your way into the back of this mine. The Mountain Toe, in fact. You found your way and beat your way through what seemed to be friendly rat people in the beginning, turned out to be invaders of this humble
I don't know
mine.
if we ever really fell for it, man. But
I mean, like, I 100% got bit and turned into a were-rat, so...
they were
Making
pretty
some
sketchy from the start.
Indeed, it certainly made you guys. It never made you guys question, what was going on here. With that, nonetheless, with that, you guys had made your way to the back of this lovely area where you had found many of the miners hanging in refuge back here in attempts to retake the mine. From what you guys have told them, they are convinced that you've managed to sweep most of the cave, but would like to have at least you guys go and give it at least one more look through to make sure everything's gone before you leave. Don John, while you guys are sort of being ushered into service, has offered to stay back and chat with the miners about any particular things that they may have found here and anything that might be useful in slaying this dragon.
Yeah. Although it probably should be somebody with a way better charisma than I've got.
I want to listen in on that conversation. I don't want to take part in it, I just want to listen to it.
Well, we came down here with what's his name because he wanted to try and find something down here. So I think what I'll probably do is sort of try and piggyback off that conversation and say, well, by the way, dragon? Know anything about a dragon?
Are you asking Don, John, or are you asking one of the random miners?
What I'm kind of doing, Who's the guy that we escorted down here?
The man with the cowboy hat, Don John.
Don John, that fellow. Right, he was coming down here in order to get something from the dwarves.
Indeed.
All right, so I'm basically kind of like on his shoulder, waiting for him to have his conversation, sort of hear what they have to say, if it has any relevance, and if not, then ask one of them who's already shown themselves to be sort of chatty.
Okay.
Hey, Josephine.
Oh,
At
what's
least that was
going
the plan.
Okay. Well, as you sort of utter the words dragon, and almost a sort of inquisitive look, the one sort of dwarf that's speaking with Don John kind of looks over at you, kind of gives you almost like have you been living under a rock kind of look, and kind of heads back to John. You hear them both getting real close to each other as they begin to sort of almost hushily speak.
Okay, I am sort of trying to eavesdrop that conversation.
I'm walking right up to them. What are you guys saying? What are you talking about?
Don, in his very casual sort of southern charm, tips his hat and kind of looks back at you with a bit of a smile, and he looks at you and goes, "Why you say here, he's mentioning about this here dragon thing that they've got. You see, a while ago they dug up something, and I was hoping it might be here still. Turns out it's been taken."
Taken by whom? What did they dig up?
Well,
Irving's standing there with his arms crossed.
to quite honest, they're not too sure what they dug up. It's in a big clump of stone, but they're sure it's got something. As far as
Where did they take it?
Wow.
Who took it?
Well, as for where, they're not sure. But as for who, well, you're not going to believe this. But they're saying it's some sort of horse.
A horse took something?
Yeah.
That's not how horses work. Horses don't have hands.
Wait. Okay.
I'm gonna assume it was like somebody riding a horse or leading a horse.
Well, you see, that's what I asked them too. But you see, no. I said it was a horse. And you're right. Horses don't have hands, but this horse here didn't seem to have any skin or bones at all on it.
Oh, can I make a perception or insight or even investigation based on my knowledge of creatures?
You could do that. You could do the creature, magical creature theory.
Wait,
so
no skin and no bones, so it's just
no skin on the
flesh.
No skin on the bones.
Oh, okay.
Creature theory would be animal handling.
Yeah, magical creatures. Okay.
I can't see on here where magical creatures is.
No idea.
Oh, I found it. Yeah, never mind.
You got it? Okay, because you better roll higher than a fucking 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I roll higher than 11?
We will find out. It's not showing.
It was
we got a survival.
No.
7. You got a 7. Thanks. Magical creatures 13. Okay, with a 13, maybe if you guys are just kind of like, you know when someone describes something like really bad and you have this image in your head and then they show you a picture and it's nowhere near the image you have in your head?
It's like Batman, but not at all like Batman.
Essentially, you guys are picturing like this weird like horse thing that's got like weird, different bones and stuff, different features upon it, a flying unicorn one.
Irving immediately thought of a Knuckle 11.
Yeah, well, with Donovan here, Donovan was actually able to sort of recall a bit of information that he's seen about this, is that some horses, when they die, can be reanimated. However, when they are reanimated, they are left with whatever they have at that moment. It might be some sort of zombie horse.
Sounds like a nightmare.
I would like to walk forward and try to pet it.
It's better than enough
here.
A lot better than enough
It's not here. They're just describing it to you.
Oh, Seth is immediately like, where can I find one?
Well, you see, that's the thing, is if you can find it, you'll be able to get that very interesting piece of machinery thing that they got going on. Might be able to break it apart. Might be able to find out what's in that stone.
Sounds like we're on a horse finding expedition. Not going to find it here in the mine, I don't think.
Do you have any
Okay.
snacks
We were a decent
that
tracker,
you
right?
take before we leave? Like snacks,
Yeah.
food. If you wanted to pay us in advance, that would be cool too.
The dwarves at this moment carry no money, as they are refugees. In their own mine here, trying to retake. Yes, they carry no money. They're essentially workers. Although they do say that if you are able to find the weapon that they have unearthed, you can keep it.
Did you say we weren't going to? That's really stupid of you.
Can you walk 5 minutes without insulting people? Just
Was
5
that
minutes. You
an
do the same.
insult? Well, oh shit, was that an insult?
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm not asking you to say anything nice. I'm just asking you to go 5 minutes without pissing someone off.
I don't know if I can do that, honestly.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I'm just asking if you can.
No, I
It's impossible for you.
probably can't.
All right.
I
So,
don't know. What's the duration on the silence spell?
pardon?
I said, what's
10
the
whole
duration of
minutes.
the silence?
I feel like she would find a way. I don't know.
Oh, please, Sai. Fucking try to silence me. See what fucking happens to your goddamn character.
Oh, I've got no doubt it would not be good.
Oh, not even a little bit.
All right.
Irving is just smirking in the corner.
So, as you guys are making conversation with the dwarves and trying to gather as much information as you can, you see that they're nothing more than just sort of humble miners. It's at this moment here. There we go. So over the course of the conversation, the dwarves tell you that just outside, heading towards the north door of the room that they're in, and following the path outside, will lead to the mass grave of all the other dwarves that have lost their lives fighting in this siege. Out there's many sort of pickaxes and things like that they've told that they've pressed into the earth to show their sign of respect. They hope to retake this mine and once again go back to, having their means of making their own money. It would seem that this dragon problem is pushing out many other different monsters and pushing them in areas where they simply don't belong.
I push the rat prisoner that we have forward and say to the dwarves, here, you can keep him, we don't need him. Maybe that'll help you with your endeavors at peacemaking. You have a prisoner transfer.
The dwarves kind of brush him up and load him up, brace him up against one of the very large crates. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's at this moment, who's closest would we say? Let's say, we'll say Lazul. Lazul, give me a perception check, please.
Ooh. Yes, 1 second. It's a low. That's going to be a whole 9.
Okay.
What do my amazing eyes perceive?
You are so taken up by the amount of dwarves and conversation that is going on in this room that you almost don't hear it. You have no idea that this thing is headed, and suddenly, after about maybe 10-20 seconds of the conversation inside the room, the door behind you, Lazul, suddenly bursts forth, and a large, sort of oozing, yellowish, giant bug-like creature bursts through the way.
I find myself saying every session now.
And I'm going to just do this, so I'm just going to add turn to make sure that nobody else is going to pop up on the command. There we go. And with that, I need everyone to give me some initiative, please, as this giant, bug-like, creepy-crawly breaks and bursts in through the door. And I am just going to add 10 for one dwarf. Dwarf miners are going to move in tandem. And they got a 10. All right. Ooh, nice. Okay. Seth, Donovan Irvin, do we have initiative? Oh, there we go. A 6. Donovan.
Right above Irving.
Oh, sorry, I skipped it. Sorry. Okay.
What I just said, the result is rolled a turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Yeah.
We got,
Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I can't see anything on the map. Is that because my computer is
That's because that's because your token's not there. Hold on. Suddenly, coming bursting through the door, Kuchacha, Hecata. There, you should be able to see now, Hecata.
I can see. I'm very happy.
There you go. So, as you have taken off, Hecata, this entire time and being swept back up by one of the teachers of Hogwarts, you find yourself back here in the strange bit of a mine as you hear the sudden familiar sound of Lazul going. Ugh. You suddenly sense your friends on the other side of the door, and you burst through. Okay. Here we go. I will add you in there.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah, no worries. Whoops. Not a 12, a 2.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It's okay. I got you. Are you with us, Steph? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Steffi may have, her headset may have dropped. She's been having trouble with it.
Fair. All right. I will just, I'll just click her in. Click her in just in case she gets it back in. Roll her up. 14 for that. Okay. All right. Sure. All right. So this guy is going to roll up a 17. Nice. Okay. All right. So there we go. Starting at the tippity top of the order there, we have Mr. Elric Hawk Moon, what would you like to do?
Apart from crap myself.
Yeah, this thing is just bursting. Like you guys are just having a normal
what does
conversation.
it look like? What exactly is this big yellow oozy thing?
It is a big, giant, like huge sort of worm-like thing. It looks like a giant caterpillar, but with long tentacles sort of reaching out from underneath its maw. Big, huge black eyes that seem to take up both sides of his face. This thing seems to be... it doesn't have, it has eyes that are typical of sort of nocturnal animals. And not to mention, it seems to have this sort of almost like how caterpillars have that sort of almost like a fur-like on it, but it's almost super thick, branching off of its back.
Okay, right. I'm going to... Right. I'm going to use a sorcery point to quicken Sagittario.
Okay.
Cast that as a bonus action.
Okay.
And before I do that, Archie's going to fly in and give me the help action and then fly back out again, back to me.
Okay, I have a question about that.
Sure.
The way I read pets, they're not familiars. I don't think they can give us the help action.
Well, these guys here, let me see here. They would be the pets. They act as familiars in a certain sense, but not all the way.
Right, I think owls have the ability to send mail, do a flyby, and do a little bit of a wisdom check thing, but that's it.
Well, I'd like to think, like, if you I would have run it like that if we were doing it like high school, where you guys were just getting used to these pets. But you guys are adults. You guys are adults now, so you guys have had these things. These are your companions. So
Okay, in that case, I need to know what Bruce can actually do, because otherwise, all he gets is look cute.
Sure. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll definitely allow the help action for sure. I mean,
excellent. Thank you.
You've grown, in companionship with your little pet, right?
Yep, perfect. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. Appreciate it.
I mean, even Hegway helped Harry Potter.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, over to you, Ulrich. Go.
21.
21 for the Sagittarius. Oh yeah, that's 21's gonna take it.
And
so
then, using my action, I'm going to cast Bombarder for a 24 to hit for 2 bludgeoning force damage, and then I'm going to back up over here.
All right, so 7 and 2 altogether. All right. Oh, and you're backing up.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right,
I don't like oozy things.
Fair. You are right up against the door to the north. I will kind of bring that down a little bit so you can see it a bit more. There you go. Okay. Over to the next. Oh, it's the thing's turn. Okay. Lazul, you're right there. So it's
so the owl's right there too.
No. The owl my 60 feet. So it would have flown 30 to get there.
Well, look at that tasty dwarf. Juicy.
All right, here we go. Hold on. /R.
Look how fat he is. No offense.
2 is Lazul. It was fair.
Unlucky.
It was 50-50.
Yeah.
Unlucky. All right, here we go. So it does do this thing, one with its tentacles and one with its bite. So it's going to tentacle out towards you with a 19 to hit. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be, you have to give me a DC 13 Constitution show or be poisoned for 1 minute. Until the poison ends, the target is paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh no.
I'm
There we go.
in my timbers here. I don't.
Okay, and you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the poisoning on yourself on a success. So, I mean, you'll be all right, maybe. And here comes the bite. Oh fuck me! And I still didn't make a melee one, did I? For the where'd that go? Oh, right there. I'll just try and make a melee out of this. All right, your counter gains 3 use of counter. Okay, so someone can block his thing, I guess. We'll give 1 slash 1d10 -6. Excuse me, on his AC for slash 1d4 1 round. So he's got -6 for 1 round on his AC. Makes it a little easier to hit him. Okay, and that's that. Okay, over to Seth. Have you made it back with us yet?
I don't think she's back yet.
All right, we'll skip you and come back to you. We'll give you 1 turn so far. All right, so miners are going to make their fucking way up through this door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Where'd he go? Oh, I'm pushing down. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty much where they can go. All right, those guys are getting the hell out of Dodge. Lazul! Excuse me, you are paralyzed, but you, of course, can make that lovely Constitution saving throw to become unpoisoned. Do you fight
I
poison?
do not become unpoisoned. I'm embracing the poison.
You love the poison. All right, well, we swing over to Irving. Donovan, you're on next. Irving, what do you got?
Okay, I'm looking at how far away is I from this thing?
How far away? Like maybe 20 feet. Let's see. 20, 25 maybe. Yeah, 15, 20 feet.
Okay, is it moving quickly?
It's moving with relative speed.
All right, I'm going to look at it and cast Orbis.
Okay. All right, and Orbis does what?
Okay,
Sorry,
it is a rooting spell. I can copy and paste it if you want, or you can look it up. It's real quick, like.
Sure, yeah. So it's the rooting spell. It holds him in place, I think. It locks his...
It does.
Yeah.
It also, he has to do a strength saving throw, and or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, or a half as much on a success.
It's a dex save. I'm just looking at the spell.
Says strength save right in the copy that I have of the spell.
Where do we got it?
As an action, you can cause the earth to crush the restrained target who must make a strength save.
Read the first paragraph.
There we go. So let's see here. Yeah, so you're going to want, let's see, you choose a space in the ground. Yep, by large, yep, the ground becomes thick liquid to as well, blah, 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 yep, okay. Target must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it takes that much damage. And then it becomes restrained, and then if it's restrained, it makes the strength check. Okay.
Okay, so next turn I can cause it to do the strength check.
Yeah.
Okay, so dex save the first time for 3d6.
Yep. Yeah. So here's your dex.
Got it. Thank you.
I gave you a 20 for the dex save, and I only needed to get not so much, right? I think 13 or whatever it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is it failed save restrained next to it? Oh, it's an all or nothing. Okay. All right. So not restrained. It was a good shot though. Did you want to move anywhere? You're kind of out of the way, I guess, a little bit. But did you want to scoot anywhere?
If I'm out of the way, I'm fine.
Okay. Donovan, you are right behind Lazul, who has just become paralyzed by this large creature that is about 10 feet in front of you. What would you like to do?
Okay, can we... Hold on, that was just an empty bundle broken.
All right, what do we have, Donovan?
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
Touching Wazoo give me poison or
The poison's more into his bloodstream. It's not. You can't contract it by touch.
Oh, if I can right behind him.
I mean, apart from like if you were to take your mouth and go to where he got bitten, and then just start rubbing your face into it.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. What I am gonna do is grab him by the back of his robe and try to chuck him behind me.
Okay. All right. So this is dead weight.
Actually, I'll just go ahead and drag him back.
All right. So this is dead weight. Let's see how much. 115 pounds. So if you want to do kind of like a snap and jerk twist of him, give and put him behind you. Give me a quick little strength. Give me a strength, just a straight strength check. As you're kind of lifting him up and putting him behind you, all dead weight, all 150 pounds of him, 15 pounds of him.
Okay, I'm not sure if this will roll, so if you had +2, can you do a strength roll for me?
Yeah, I can do that for you here. Let's just add that in. Ooh. Donovan. Click. Strength. And you got an 8. So you are able to lift him up. However, the quick succession of you trying to snap your body around leaves you a little bit with a little bit of back pain. And instead of tucking him behind you, you've managed to sort of tuck him in beside you. But again, he's paralyzed. But that doesn't mean, he's stiff. He is just paralyzed. He can't move.
Okay, I'm gonna drag him back for my max movement speed, since I've got a hold of him. He's beside me.
Okay. Behind you, you've got a couple of dwarves, and everyone's kind of almost right behind you. You can sort of tuck into the door with him if you want.
Yeah, I'm basically getting him behind friendly lines away from the thing until his poison attack.
Gotcha. All right. We'll tuck him in there, and you kind of push up against the wall there. All right. Hector.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Was that my main action?
I would like to do a sample, hopefully powerful. Forgot to.
All right.
What my character is, but I'd like to do a bombarda. Which.
Oh. Okay, well, you did do the bombarder. You got a 7. It didn't quite work, unfortunately. It was a great entrance. It's a great entrance.
Yeah, what an entrance, exactly.
Pardon? Pardon?
Sorry. Yeah, it's kind of like what an entrance, exactly.
Right, yeah. You burst in, hear your friends, and suddenly the bombarder that you cast goes way off and hits a whole bunch of the crates near the south, and just a whole bunch of them burst up, and papers and stuff fly around, and rocks and everything tumble out. It looks cool.
Cool. At least that's cool. Alright, let's continue. Skill-based order.
All right. Quickly, just going back to Donovan real quick. So you've got the guy out of the way. Was there anything else that you wanted to do there, Donovan?
Is there anything else I can do, or was that my main action?
Well, I would say that would be a bonus action.
Okay, that was a bonus action. In that case, I'm going to try to cast Incendio on the creature.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me post that in the...
Oh, no, he's got it.
Okay. He needs to make a Dex saving throw. And if he fails, he takes 3d6 fire damage.
All right, Dex saving throw coming at you with a natural 1. All right. He's got a natural 1 on that saving throw. So give me that 3D... What was it? 3d6?
Yep,
3d6, here we go. 13.
Okay.
Damn. 13 points of damage as this you
Anything on
cast
this thing
Incendiary.
flammable?
All right. So sorry.
Is anything on this thing flammable?
I mean, it's a big giant bug. I mean, you can light an ant on fire, but I mean, it is flammable. But it's not like wood.
Yeah. Okay. Because if I was thinking, like, if there was you said it was oozing slime, and I was wondering if that slime was flammable.
It's more like a lubricant to get through tunnels.
Okay, in that case, don't worry about it. If it was flammable, it would ignite, but if not, don't worry.
Sure. All right. So Hecate, going back to you quick. Did you want to do any movements from where you are, or are you good where you are?
No, I think I've got one. So
Okay. All right, Elric, back to you.
I see no reason to mess with a winning formula, so I'm going to send Archie in again to provide me with a help action, and I'm going to quicken a Sagittario. Have some of that.
All right, 19 is going to do it. So that's 11.
26. Because
sorry, that's right. The help action. That's right.
Which wasn't great, but it's 2 points more.
It's 2 points more. Yeah.
And I'm going to hit it with a bombarder as well.
Okay. 18 will as well. Yeah. And
for another 4 bludgeoning.
Okay, and it's now his turn. This thing is now slipping and oozing and crawling, and suddenly, as you see it sort of making its way to you, Donovan, you see it almost like charging at you, and then suddenly it takes up and goes up along the wall and starts crawling along the ceiling.
It's restrained. It's got to break out of the earth. I'm holding concentration on that spell.
For what?
The earth spell, Orbis.
Yeah, but it made its saving throws.
Yeah, I succeed. Yeah, I succeeded on the saving throw, so it wasn't restrained.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So anyway, it's crawling up. It's going up on the ceiling and kind of like you're making like this weird sort of clicking sound as it's going to, and it's making its way over. Just
you better not. You better not.
In between sort of Donovan and Seth, and it's going to try and attack one of the miners with its tentacle attack. Whoops, way down there. Come on. I can't see it. Holy shit, it's okay. It's a crit. Nice. All right, so that's definitely going to hit for the miner, who's taking 9 points. And he's going to reach out his long, sort of oozy worm-like head and try to take a bite out of Seth with a 10, which is not going to work. All right, so Mr. Dude over here, suddenly...
I think Dippy maybe has lost internet.
It's possible. All right, so we've got one guy that is now poisoned and another paralyzed. We've got the carrion crawler who is now 15 feet above you guys on the roof, crawling around. All right. So that's him. Seth is still not back. Dwarf miners. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. He is unfortunately paralyzed, and I have to folder. See.
He's a dwarf, and most dwarves normally have resistance to poison and advantage on saving throws because of dwarven constitution.
Yeah, I've got the thing. I've got all my lovely things on here. We'll just use you. All right. So, oh shit, wrong one.
I've been playing D&D for like 4 years, and it's never come up before. The dwarven poison thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Came up a couple of times on my barbarian.
All right, so he's still poisoned. He's not moving anywhere. Lazul, you are still paralyzed. If you'd like to give me a Constitution saving throw, and
yes, sorry.
Oh no, God.
Oh my God. You know what? I carry you guys. Like, you would be lost without me. Like, I am the heart of this
All right.
party.
You keep telling yourself that.
All right, Irving.
I'm looking at this thing above me and looking at my wand, and I'm going to go ahead and say, sure, what the hell? Let's try it. And I'm going to cast Flipendo.
Flipendo. Okay.
It constantly throws a creature from its standing position to the ground. Would that make it fall off the ceiling?
Yeah, I'd say make it crush to the ground, yeah.
Okay. It on a successful save, it takes half damage of a 1d10 bludgeoning, and it is a strength save.
Strength, okay. I gave you a 5, so he's taking how much?
1d10 bludgeoning.
He's taking 4 points of bludgeoning.
And he's not prone.
And now he's come crashing down onto the ground and is now prone, as much as a thing with many legs can be prone. All right, Donovan. We'll get you going, and then after you, I have to go run and grab the kids from the bus, and then we'll take a little bit of a break after you, Donovan.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going straight at tail of Bombarda.
Bombarda! Let's get him.
Go for it.
All right, roll that up for me and see what we got. Here we go with the Bombarda. We have got to hit that. Okay.
Good luck.
All right.
You rolled it.
Oh, is it coming through?
I don't know if it's coming through. I don't think it's coming through.
Yeah,
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, let me get this guy. Ooh. Bombarda. Come on now. One moment. Yep. Oh, come on, wheel on my mouse. Understand urgency. Okay. Bombarda. That is that's a cantrip, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I'm looking somewhere else. Okay, so you roll a 15. 15 is gonna do it. So 4 points of damage, bludgeoning damage to our lovely thing here. All right. Okay, gang. So from here, Hecate, you're up next. So think about your move. We'll take a bit of a 5-minute break here while I go grab the children from the bus, and then we'll reconvene.
Hopefully, Dippy will be back.
Yes, hopefully. All right, we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Oh my heavens. So I have a question, guys. Back to the pet discussion while we're at this real quick, like. If I have 2 pets, which I do, and I have one give me the help action and one give somebody else the help action, do you think?
Ooh. Well, I think we're supposed to just have one.
Yeah, but I have 2.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
A theory, I guess.
Yeah, I have Bruce, and then he gave me a what the hell are those? Bow truckle. I have Lee the bow truckle.
Well, unlike you maniacs, I don't put my little snake on the line in combat. That would be cool.
Well, I haven't done it yet. I'm just curious. The only one who's done it so far has been
that monster Eric, yeah.
Yeah.
And if
they die, they just die. These aren't familiars. Like.
Yep. I mean, I was literally playing Bruce like he just is a big cotton, which he is, which was cute.
And I haven't touched Seamus at all.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if Lee can give somebody the help action. That would be interesting.
Yeah. I was doing for like the last half of last session. And now again there's combat. Man, combat's so boring. I'll be killing quick. I want to kill him quick, but I'm also like I haven't played in a while, and I don't even know what level my character is. So I'm just like I'm gonna stick to the safe bombard habit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like it's a bad idea. I know maybe I can ask Boss's proficiency to go over my character with me later. Wink, wink. I got iced tea for you, boss. So I feel like I have some.
You got iced tea? I will definitely have to do the character then.
Makes sense.
What do you like? Do you have Incendio? That might be useful.
Incendia? I have no idea where it left off because we didn't play the show.
Or maybe did you take a Pugno?
One shot.
What?
Your one shot lasted like 2 weeks, and then I think last week was like the first week, or was there a week before that? And then I missed like 1 or 2 sessions as well. So I'm like,
I think we took a Pugno because it's just good. You can cast that. It's good. A Pugno with a O. The birds. You summon the birds.
You don't actually summon them. You use birds that are around you. That's why it doesn't always work.
I don't think it would work.
Well, should we just like get a cage of birds and take them with us everywhere?
No.
I want to
You
do
don't have
that.
to use birds.
What I did do was buy some silver discs that I could throw up in the air and use for a Pugno.
Oh, well, there we go. I like my idea better though because it's animal cruelty.
Right, yeah.
The thing about chickens, because they're technically birds.
And I would probably have to arrest you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a magical zoologist and an Auror in training with you guys.
But then, like, chickens don't have souls. This is common knowledge in the Netherlands for sure. So
I'm telling you, chickens are dinosaurs.
yeah, they don't have souls weren't invented back then. So they don't have souls. They came later. So yeah.
Yeah, souls came with the meteor.
From outer space. I think it's
Sounds like a
I think
sci-fi
that
book. Wait till you do that.
sounds like Scientology to me.
Yeah.
with meteor. But it's also like chickens can be super useful for other stuff, right? Like when you have to kill something and you reach your weekend hit points, just have chickens. I don't know if we need that.
When you're a warlock of the fiend and if you kill someone you get temporary points, just have a bag of chickens.
Are you gonna carry a cage full of chickens around just to cast one spell?
Yeah, my I've had just a bag of chickens for most of my characters, in fact. It's extremely useful. You can just let them go in a dungeon and then it's a confusion tactic. Or you can eat them, or you can use them to gain features and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Ring of the Colonel.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, no,
Chickens of fire.
we had a homebrew item that was used in one of my games.
The very first game.
Yeah, that I allowed our tiefling to have the Ring of the Colonel, which allowed him to summon chickens, and it very quickly got renamed as Cockring.
The chickens were summoned that you then promptly let loose in a bar and set on fire.
Yeah, so we had a bar full of flaming chickens running around.
As a distraction.
It was very distracting.
Yeah.
We were trying, I think we were trying to trail some sort of gang member?
Yep.
Abandoned or something that was at the bar.
You were trailing a bandit and you needed a distraction and you summoned chickens and then set fire to them.
And burned down the bar.
Yep.
I think there were 20 chickens.
Epic D&D. I mean, that's classic murder hobo, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, burning innocents alive for the sake of a distraction sounds pretty murderous.
Yeah, pretty murder hobo.
This was my cousin that did it.
You're a weird family.
Yes, we do. We have a very strange family. It's okay. We own our weirdness. Oh, what do you want? Take him outside while Randy's gone.
Yeah.
It's a great time to take him outside, especially since your turn just got over with.
Man, I hope I get a turn in this combat. Poggers.
You can take
I've been paralyzed since the start. I got bitten and now I'm poisoned. At least he's not targeting me to murder me. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're poisoned right now?
Or I'm paralyzed. I don't know if I'm poisoned.
Okay, I'll free you up next turn if you don't get free. I have a paraforce that lifts poisoning and paralyzation.
Paralysis.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yep. Also gives you some healing points.
I think it's supposed to be like a jellyfish thing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you don't get free, I'll get you next turn.
Well, I only have like a +1 or something, so the odds of me getting 3 is like 40%, 30, something like that.
Oh my god, that sounds like the 33% repeating thing from Leroy Jenkins.
I have played in an MMO. I have been in a group. I have been Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, right?
Oh,
No, I was playing. I wasn't playing WoW or World of Warcraft. I was playing Warhammer. But we was basically the Warhammer MMO, which was sort of like World of Warcraft, but it's very similar.
It's similar, but a lot more grimdark.
And there were 6 of us in a group, and we were about to do a public event, and we was literally our 6 characters are stood outside of the public event, and in chat we are discussing what we're going to do. And one of my friends decided to go, I'm bored now, and ran through the public event, collecting every single mob, and then ran back through the group, depositing the mobs on our group as he carried on running through, avoiding all of the mobs, who then proceeded to kill all our characters.
Right, that's Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
That's a classic Leroy.
And when asked why, his response was purple.
I mean, the classic response is, at least I got chicken, isn't it?
No, that may be the classic response, but his response, I swear to you, was purple.
All right. Purple it is. All right. All right, so are we all back? We're not missing anyone?
I think we're all back.
Has Dippy made it way back?
No, Dippy hasn't made it back.
Well, I'm hoping you're listening, Dippy, because we love you. And this one's for you. All right. So, nonetheless, where were we? We were with Hecata. All right. So, Hecata, it's your turn up. What would you like to do? This thing has just come crashing down from the roof from Irving's spell. What would you like to do?
Okay, I think that this would never happen.
Oh, another bombarder? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's the first one, right? Or no? Did I not? You did that? I don't know.
I think you did. I think you did a bombarder before. Here we go.
But I act like that didn't happen because it didn't go.
That's right. Yeah, it didn't work out the first time around. 14 is enough to get it, so you do take it down 3 points. Hey, you managed to redeem yourself and make yourself look cool.
I'm so happy. I'm like dancing. Like, yes, look, I got it. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
I'm still penalized.
It was fun. I told you, you guys missed me, didn't you? You are only winning this fight because I am here.
All right.
Okay, you did like 3 damage. Come on, stop.
You guys said that you're like paralyzed. So.
All right. All right.
Push the scale.
All right. So, Elric, go for it. What do you got?
Right, I'm going to burn 3 sorcery points. I'm going to heighten the spell.
Okay.
And then I'm casting Orbis on it.
Orbis. All right.
So you need to make a DC 14 dexterity save at disadvantage.
Okay. Can I make it go to here? I don't know if I can. I can. Query advantage. There we go.
You got disadvantage, so.
Indeed. It will ask me advantage or disadvantage, so I'll go with disadvantage 3.
Get in. Right. It slams from the ceiling down onto the floor, and then the Orbis, the black sphere, becomes a thick liquid and swells out and forms up underneath him. He's failed it, and he's now restrained.
And with that 3d6, he's a bit more than just restrained. In fact, you see, even though his eyes are lifeless and black, they seem to stare off at you for a moment. And then suddenly, the whole thing just goes limp and crashes to the floor, oozing out various orifices. It is now dead.
Excellent.
All right.
It's like a yellow oozy thing.
I would like to, now, seeing that it's dead, could I go up and examine it and possibly see if I could collect any of that paralyzation?
Sure. Go up to it. We'll say you're collecting it for that purpose. We'll say a medicine check as you're going up there and you're trying to get, some stuff from it.
Sure.
All right. As
medicine?
Yes.
There we go.
17. Okay. Yeah, you were able to, from what little vials and stuff you have in your various packs, you're able to collect enough of it that you could possibly dip, a few weapons into it.
Very nice.
All right. So with that, as Irving is examining the body there, suddenly the door from the east, where the large bug-like creature had burst in moments before, you hear coming from the corridor. You hear hoofbeats making their way towards you guys.
Can I maintain concentration on the Orbis box? It lasts for up to a minute.
You can.
I'm going to maintain concentration just in case this thing rides in and gets sucked into it and isn't a good guy.
And I would like to reach out. Is Lazul still paralyzed?
Lazul and the other dwarf are currently paralyzed at this moment, but Lazul, give me another con save, please, with advantage now that you're able to sort of truly focus.
Does a 14 pass?
14 is enough to make it as you suddenly.
Oh my god, I'm so good.
At first,
And I'm going to go ahead and cast Repair Force on the.
Oh no, it's all right. I am already better.
No, I'm casting it on the dwarf.
Oh.
Okay. The dwarf suddenly, at first, is almost like is like Christopher Reeves with the comeback finger movement, and suddenly his whole arm starts to move, and he starts to go, ooh.
You all right now, dude?
I thought you said you cleared everything out.
No, we said we cleared out the rats.
And suddenly, as you guys are having this conversation with the dwarf, and Lazul being able to break free from his paralysis, a large man, tall, steps through the door. Suddenly, you realize that this man is attached to a horse. As he enters in, he ducks his head.
I told you it was a Nakalevi.
And he looks at all of you, and he looks over at the dwarf, Mina, and he says, "Well, I thought it must have come in here." The dwarf miner looks over at the large sort of centaur man. And he goes, "Xanath, about time you're here."
Centaur.
Yes. Xanath is his name. A large sort of beast. Looks kind of like a Clydesdale on the bottom with nice, big furry feet, big furry hooves, rather. And up top, covered in sort of a big sort of muscular torso with a almost like a mohawk in the center. On either side of his sort of lower torso seems to have two swords resting on either side, and a large staff that goes across his back. He enters in and looks at all of you and takes out his sword, kind of stabs the big giant insect a few times.
It's dead, dude. We already killed it.
You're welcome.
I was just making sure. Anyway.
No, when I kill something, it pretty much stays dead.
And Xanath looks towards over the dwarf miner, who's still kind of like, a bit stiff, from being paralyzed. Well, I have news for you.
Stop.
The dwarf kind of looks at all of you, almost like almost in a state of panic for a quick moment. He goes, where's my manners? Everyone, this is Xanath. He's one of the best trackers that we got.
Nice to meet you.
Once we found out someone came in here, stole whatever's in that stone, we had Xanath here track them.
All right, what's your news, dude?
Well, I assume he's got good news since he's back already. But let's have it, Xanath. And Xanath kind of tucks in, pulls out a bit of a scroll from around his waist, and chucks it over to the dwarf. I believe I tracked them here. But I lost them. It's strange. One minute they were there in an open field. The next, gone. No trace, no tracks, nothing.
Sounds like teleportation to me.
Yeah. Maybe a dimensional door of some kind, or a teleportation effect of some kind, maybe.
Well,
Or flight.
I am not unwise to the ways of magic. And you could be right. But perhaps it's worth better investigation. And
I agree
since
there.
this is of magical origin, as you suggest, perhaps the lot of you might join me.
I mean, we were going to look for the thing anyway.
Well,
I'd be happy to accompany you.
Hey,
well, I can lead the way.
That
can have-
would be ideal.
I'll have us there by nightfall.
I'll be fairly
Wait.
close behind.
Well, I shall take watch to make sure nothing else, no other stragglers make their way in. But when you are ready, meet me out front.
oh,
And he kind of gives a knowing nod off to the dwarf as he makes his exit out of the space in which you are in.
All right. Are we ready now, or are we taking a rest? What are we doing, folks?
How long is it since we last had a rest?
and quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think you guys were kind of like intimate because you guys rode from the. Where did you guys? Let me see the map. Yeah, because you guys went from Phandalin to here. So, I mean, I guess the last rest would have been in Phandalin, so that would have been at least, not last session, but the session before that, maybe?
Okay, well, in which case I think that we should probably, if my body's telling me it's been a while since we've, a good while since we've had a decent rest, then maybe we should listen to the bodies and not push it too far, take the long rest and then go.
I mean, my body's telling me we need food, and we need beer, and then we need a rest.
Yeah, I'm fucking hungry.
Okay, well I'm good with us taking a rest here now and then having a bite to eat and getting some sleep. That'd be cool.
That sounds good.
Maybe we can do some watches as well, just to make sure no more yellow oozy bastards come through.
Yeah, smart, yeah.
All right.
I really want to be dropped on by one of those things to sleep.
All right. So, as you guys are taking your rest, you guys can bring up all your stats and your spell slots and all that fun jazz.
Lovely job.
Nothing.
Okay. And because of where you guys are, and you have not just you taking watch, but you also have Xanath out there taking watch as well as, off and on, the many dwarves that are around you. There's at least 2 or 3 that are always seemingly awake.
Okay, cool. That's good.
So without...
We gained our sorcery points and meta magic too.
Indeed, you get all that stuff back. So, as you guys are resting, let me just shove you and... Nope. Okay, we want you to go there. Yep. Okay. All right. So, as you guys have a nice, restful, long, lovely night, I will get you guys out of the mine here. Whoops. Let me click the right button. Oh my goodness. Alright, so you're out. And you're out of there. And you're out of there.
And you get a sorcery point, and you get a sorcery point.
That's right. I'm like bloody Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go. Everybody's back over there. Alright, hanging out with Xanath. As you guys load up load up your provisions and stuff into the wagon and hop onto your brooms. Hecate, you suddenly realize that everyone else got brooms.
No.
But nonetheless, there is room for you on the cart next to Mr. John, if you'd like, or you can partner up on someone's broom.
No. Take the superior way of travel, obviously. No risk of falling down for me.
All right. So,
Does John wear lots of pastel colours by any chance?
does he wear pastel colors? I don't. I mean, not really. He's kind of like a black crocodile Dundee, you know.
That's a knife.
Well, I think he'd be more like that's not a shank. I don't know, but that's just me. Okay, so with that being said, you guys hop on. Everybody, you are now sort of following the horseman, followed by the cart and horses, with you guys flying on your brooms, flying somewhat above in a loose formation, nonetheless. Hecate, do you want to drive the cart, or do you want Don John to take the wheel?
Don do it.
All right. So heading from Mountain Toe, there are two ways to get your thing. So you guys make your way and find yourselves kind of passing up through the Tri-Board Trail from the Mountain Toe gold mine. As you guys get to the trail, Xanath kind of looks back at you and kind of mentions, that there are two ways that you can go from here. One is a much more safer path of following the Tri-Board Trail, which I should... That's odd. Why is it orange? Anyway, following the Tri-Board Trail and then heading up through the high road and then venturing off from there. So that would be this sort of path. That's the one with the least amount of danger. The other, however, is to head straight from Mountain Toe straight up towards the area in which he's kind of pointing out, which would show this.
Would travelling along the road be any quicker than travelling across country? And if so, what's the difference in timescale between the two journeys?
Well, traveling up through the high road takes a little bit longer, but it's a little bit safer. And heading straight through is a little bit shorter, but it's a lot less safer.
But you sort of say, just for my own reference, are we talking like 3 days as opposed to 4 days? Or are we talking hours?
Let's see here. We've got... Oops, wrong button. I need this button. That's weird. There you go. Okay, so you've got... that's no snapping here. So, boom, boom, boom. So 63 versus 26. So nearly 3 times the length of time.
But if we've got a cart, going cross country with a cart tends to be a chunk.
For sure. Either one, basis of time. The green is going to take you roughly 3 times longer.
3 times longer. Okay.
Look at the horseman you. Hey, your shortcut. Can the cart make it through there?
I'm sure it will manage.
If the cart can make it, I vote we go the shortcut. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's not like we've been particularly safe on the Trevor Trail.
No.
So, well.
And time may be of the essence here.
But we can just fly, right? So if something happens to Don John, we can just
Swoop down if you wanted to, yeah.
We swoop down,
That's
pick
not what
up
I was
Becca's
going
head,
to
and
say,
go.
but yeah, that was more what I meant.
Yeah, I figured.
That was...
No offense to Don John or anything, but
I reckon he's... No. All right. So, as you guys are heading down there, you've got the two lovely paths. Are we heading straight through the forest into it, or taking the path?
Well, we're taking
the
shortest way that we can get the cart through.
Gotcha.
yeah, let's take the straight path for a change. Live the dangerous. Ooh.
All right. So, 68, you say? Okay.
So close to perfection.
Indeed. Okay, so with that gives me... Okay, cool. So, as you guys are venturing off and heading off towards and following along with Xanath, you guys are almost the perfect convoy with both aerial and tactile senses, being able to pretty much see everything coming on its way towards you. As you guys make your way and travel off into the Dragon Barrow, as it's told, Xanath has led you to just outside of the area he believes is the location of this mysterious sword, or this mysterious weapon, rather. As you guys approach, a 30-foot high hill rises ahead of you. Its top seems a bit too flat to be a natural occurrence. Jutting from the grassy hilltop is a row of 10-foot-tall bone-white rocks that arc towards the stormy sky like outreach talons.
Well, now that doesn't look good.
It's like a Stonehenge.
That's not ominous.
Like a Stonehenge, but not quite. This is what you guys see there. Hopefully I put you on the map.
That's quite an interesting shaped hill you got there.
It's quite interesting.
Quite a strange shape. I wonder.
I can't see anything, mate.
I wonder what could have possibly made this kind of hill.
Yeah, I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can.
Maybe it's because you guys have the old things here. Hold on. 1 second here. Elric?
Yeah.
Now I can see.
Yeah, because you guys have the old tokens. Because I updated your tokens when I switched over your stuff. We'll just put stuff in there just for stuff. Hecada will put you in there. And Irving put you in there as well. Okay.
At all, it's just black.
Yeah, same thing.
All right. So, and Donovan, let me give you the ability to see here as well. Okay.
No, we can't. It's just black. The tablet's just black.
Mine's come in, but
There we go. That should get you there.
No. Does not understand. Nobody understands.
Let's see. Hopefully That has helped. Okay, anyway. So, yes, in front of you is a very large, mountainous stone thing with various stones running along its back. What would you like to do?
Do those look like stones, or do those look like ribs?
I think we should.
I want to go up here and cast the photo a bunch of times to make a big hole and see what I find.
I think we should go this way rather than over it, just in case.
It's
No,
not
I'm
like
curious.
vines to me.
It's probably a corpse or
Vines or
something
something?
underneath.
I'm sure we can face it. We have some. Especially with me back on the team at Donegan, whatever could it be, must be no issue. There's so big we don't care.
Yes.
Okay. So where are you trying to dig?
At the face. So like here.
Way over there. Your range is 30 feet. That is quite the distance from where you are right now.
Right, well, I'll just go there.
I'm assuming you're going okay. All right. So yeah, you keep going and you keep smashing and you keep hitting it, and eventually you hit a stone wall.
It's not a bone wall.
Nope.
Huh.
I'd kind of like to examine one of those white uprights and see what it's made of.
Sure.
Is it, can I, let's see here, investigation?
Yep, give me an investigation there to see if you, to look at these stones a little bit more. All right.
11.
Cool. All right. So, yep. Okay. So, as you're going around sort of investigating the stones, you kind of make your way sort of one by one and making a way down the row. And as you do so, as you get to this one, you notice something very interesting and strange about the bottom of it. It seems to be some sort of turned up grass or something on it. Almost like this large stone has been shifted.
Hey, Elric, Donovan.
Hey?
Looks like something moved this stone, and there's something maybe under the grass here. Defodio, and I cast Defodio at the grass there to see what's buried underneath it.
Right, as you do so, the grass moves away, but the stone stays in place as it's
What
being
about the
held
dirt
on top of a stone wall.
Okay.
Maybe it's a petrified dragon, you guys.
Is this thing buried?
No, I mean it's a wall. This is not a dragon. There's a wall. There's a building under here.
Look at it, though. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
dragon.
looking at it. Can't see the map, guys. I can't see it at all.
Well, we thought it was a dragon, but it was a dungeon. So let's go in. Let's break that wall down and see what's inside.
Maybe we could just find the door, maybe, instead of breaking the wall? A couple of us
What
got
do you think the
Defodio.
door would be? Like at the other end? Like
Where are
the
we precisely? Have we
Like the
got
dirty
to
end?
what they refer to as the Dragon Barrier yet, or are we just on the way? Because if we're just on the way, we should like scout this out, but we should continue.
We're at the dragon barrel.
This is what Xanath referred to this place as.
Okay, so
I
we've
mean, I
arrived
feel like
where
we
we're
should-
supposed to be.
I mean, the ultimate goal is to get rid of this dragon, and this is a dragon barrow. I think we probably ought to investigate it. And I just continue doing Defodio along the line of the wall, looking for a door.
So wait, this is a known location. Can we just ask him? Like, is this an actual dragon, or what's going on here?
Well, this is a known location. It was said that sort of more than centuries ago, along with a couple of adventures, Lady Tanamir Alagodona, she died in battle and was laid to rest beneath the barrow where the dragon fell. The remains of her fallen compatriots and the corpse of Azdraka were sealed in the barrow with her in accordance with the lady's dying wishes. It's more like a giant tomb.
Okay, cool. What are we doing for again?
Do we want to do the tomb?
I was going to say, do we want to be tomb robbing? I mean, it seems a little bit...
Except for the fact that there's a dragon interred here, which means dragon bones. Those make good weapons against a dragon?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And we might not have. Let's see if there's an open door, because somebody else might have opened this tomb, because we're chasing after a zombie horse, right?
Well, yes, you're chasing after a zombie horse that is said to have stolen an artifact that was buried in stone from the dwarves.
Was it buried here in this tomb?
This is where Xanath believes they have taken it. Yes.
Yeah, we need to go inside this tomb, guys.
How does he? We're chasing a zombie horse who stole an artifact, and we think that it somehow went into this tomb, even though there's no signs of entry.
Essentially.
That's pretty crazy.
Magic.
How would the horse do that?
Magic.
I don't know.
I'm assuming this is a reanimated horse.
Why does he think he did that? Like, where's his intel coming from?
Well, it was first-hand experience. He had seen... Well, he does not know much about the horse. The horse information you got from the dwarves. Xanath had tracked who he believed to had stolen the sword, the stoned artifact or whatever, and he believes that they brought it here. But when he tracked them here, they vanished.
Yeah, I think maybe they're
separate from the horse then.
I'm thinking the horse was a puppet. We're dealing with a necromancer.
That makes sense.
It does. And this is a
So maybe he teleported in or something?
Possibly. Either that or went through a magically hidden door.
Well, like I mentioned,
let's try and find it. Let's investigate. Where did the tracks end exactly?
Well, they go up to the one stone here that Irving had found to have been a rock. The large stone seems to be able to shift across the grass and stone.
Okay, I would like to, hold on 1 second. I would like to cast a spell. Hang on. Let me get my spell here. Specialist Revelio.
Okay.
Tap my wand on the stone and say Specialist Revelio. It reveals magical influence. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. I also learn if there's any spells affecting it and what they are.
Okay. As you tap on the rock, you focus for a moment. Nothing. It appears to be just an ordinary rock.
All right, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and ask the others to help me try to move the rock.
Okay. All right, if you'd like to try and shift the rock over, give me a strength check, please.
Well, before that, I want to cast Purposorius. and reduce its weight by up to 500 pounds.
Okay, fair. All right, so now it's a slightly less heavy rock. Okay, it now weighs at least 500 pounds less. All right, give me you can either do a straight strength or you can do an athletics check to see if you can push it over.
All right, hold on 1 second here.
I'm going to go ahead and do athletics.
Yeah, I'll do athletics too.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, nice. 2 22s. That's nice. All right. So, both of you, now that this rock is slightly, less weighty, as you give it a push, it shifts over and begins sort of tumbling down the hill. Beneath it, you see a lovely sort of a flagstone step staircase leading down about 30 feet or so into the dark.
Lumos!
As you cast it, the spiral, the light kind of dips down, and you can kind of see slightly a bit more going around the corner. But it is, of course, a spiral staircase, and there's only so much you can see without having to go further in.
I guess we're into the belly of the beast.
I'm going to send Archie in to go have a quick shufty.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll stay up here.
Yeah, I'll send Seamus as well.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you too.
I was going to say, I'm going to send Archie in, and I'm going to float outside and close my eyes and see through his eyes, because he's got dark vision, so he can see down there.
Yeah, I'm sending Seamus as well to do the same.
All right.
I'm very specifically telling my creatures.
Hey!
Oh, hey.
You're welcome. Welcome back.
Hey, sorry.
It's all right. Glad you could return.
Okay.
You okay, Sadie?
Nocturnal.
Oh, yeah. That's all good. Just
Okay.
have dogs acting fucking weird.
Nice. All right. So, as you send Archie down and the Lumos spell casts, suddenly 3 more glowing lights appear at the foot of the staircase. As you get to the bottom, you see that there seems to be a north and south and east and west corridors leading off in various directions. What would you like to do, Elric, with that information?
Just a minute. What did Seamus see, if anything?
Oh, same thing. As he came down, he would have seen as the Lumos spell was cast, he would have seen 3 other glowing lights down there with his lovely liver stainless.
I'll report. I'll tell everyone else. Archie can see 3 more lights down there. Are the lights moving?
At this moment, no.
Currently stationary.
Check and see if it's cute.
See. There's 3 archways, like 3 hallways, I mean. Turning off.
What's that, sorry?
Were there 3 doorways going off?
You have an east, you have a north and south sort of corridor, and then you have a left and right sort of way that goes out. That's all you can really see from where you are, or at least your little guy is.
I mean, I guess we go down slowly.
Yeah, there's no one down there right now.
Yeah,
I mean, at the moment, the lights are stationary, so that...
Yeah.
Right.
So
Might be motion sensitive.
All right, so I'm going to hold up the wand with Lumos on the end, expecting the others to maybe like ready Bombarda or something, and step down 1 or 2 steps.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Seamus back.
Okay.
I'm going to keep... Archie's going to have a little bit further down, see what he can see.
Excuse me. Okay. Where do I want that? I need that, right? There, don't I? Yes. Oh, bloody hell. So much to keep track of. There we go.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so with that, as you guys are making your way down, I will put you guys in that spot. So I'm just going to shove everybody next to each other here and bring you all down into the cave. Down, 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 down. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll just get rid of that thing around the spiral staircase. There we go. So, yes, as you guys enter in, you guys, of course, see off to the north is a somewhat, almost sort of, it's weird in here. It's almost like a petrified skeleton has been hollowed out and somehow been made into a tomb. Many of the architecture on the wall and the carvings suggest that they're not carvings and that somehow they were made to form around this. As you all approach and come down the stairs, the 3 glowing lights suddenly dart off in various directions. One heading off towards the north, the other heading off towards the west, and the other heading towards the south.
Well, that there goes our element of surprise. They're warning somebody.
Hell, fuck.
I would suggest we go north. I can see some kind of skeleton up there.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go towards the fucking whatever. Let's go towards the skeleton. Sure.
Okay. As you guys are making your way up along that, okay, so your lovely flying things can make it zippy past there. But, Elric, as you approach, I need you. Where we are, we need. What do I need? I need that. Okay, I need you to give me a perception check for me, please, Elric, as you're making your way towards that end. Okay. As you begin following the spectral light, and it begins to sort of illuminate this small sort of skeleton near the sort of somewhat tail of whatever this thing is. As you press your foot down, you can feel it. The floor is very weak right here. Almost as if you were to put your whole weight on it, you would go crashing through.
Okay. Is there enough room for me to be able to maneuver the broom around in here?
Not really. I mean, the ceilings are maybe 8 feet high. And from where you are, it's actually becoming narrower and narrower. You're about maybe like 5 feet of, left and right.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, well, in which case, in the meantime, I'm going to stand at the threshold where it's still safe before it starts getting weak. And I'm going to send Archie in to do a thorough scan of the room. See if he can fly down to that skeleton and have a look.
All right. From what Archie can see, there is about from in this room here that you can see. There's 2 sarcophagi and alcoves. They contain sort of the moldy bones and rusty armor of Tanamir, the lady herself, and her faithful squire. But from what you can see, nothing really sort of holds any real value. It's all just sort of decoration.
Sure.
The area north of the sarcophagi has the bones of Azdraka, the huge dragon, embedded in its walls. The dragon's skull rests on the floor and has a long sword set atop of it.
Okay.
Guys,
I will yell back. I will turn back to my companion and say, "Folks, we've got a thing here. There's a sword over here on a dragon skull, but I'm worried that the floor itself.
I pull it out.
You can't go.
I got something I can get it from afar.
Okay, I would suggest doing that because I don't think the floor is going to hold anybody's weight.
Okay.
No,
Is
too
it
late.
rules?
He's doing it.
Hey, Elric.
Oh. So, if you're heading over there,
Hey, Elric.
Lazul, give me a.
Damn it, Lazul.
Lazul, give me, please, give me a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Meanwhile,
20.
Sephi's
20.
like standing there like, do you guys remember that like one like weird fucking cartoon, The Sword and the Stone? It's like kind of cute like that. Look at him go.
Don't let me come up behind Elric.
If you remember, there was an owl in that called Archimedes.
Yeah. You see Lazul sort of hop over the first sort of little bit. The floor breaks away underneath his weight, but he's able to sort of jump past it. As you make your way a couple of steps closer, Lazul, you feel yet the floor breaking underneath you again. Give me yet another dexterity saving throw.
Lazul, if you break your neck, I'm not going to help you.
All right. As you take your last step, just like one step away from the sword, you step and suddenly the whole floor just breaks out from underneath you. And you fall about 30 feet down into a huge sort of dugout area.
That did not go as well as I thought it was going to.
Slash 1d6.
Oh my god, the floor just fell away. Did you see that?
So that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the bottom.
You mean the thing that I tried to warn you about before you ran across it? Yeah, I noticed that.
And as I was going to say, before you decided to go pell-mell
I guess there was nothing I could have done. It's just, I guess I'm just unlucky, yeah.
Well, you could have let me try to cast Accio with the sword. Bring it to us.
How unpredictable life is, yes.
All right, so
dangers we have to face every day.
All right, so okay, the rest of you see this sort of going on, and Lazul just like hopping and suddenly just falling and going down into a bit of a deep tunnel there. But yeah, the sword is still resting in comfortably in the skull of the dragon. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to cast Accio on the sword since I moved up behind Elric.
Okay. You point your sword at your wand at the sword, and you shout, Accio sword! It doesn't budge.
Okay, so it's stuck in there.
How far down is the hole, and how far is the hole away from me?
Lazul's about 30 feet down in the hole, and if you're still at the stair, well, you're about 50 feet away.
All right, I'm going to move forward to the point where where Elric told me that the first trap was.
Okay.
And then how far away am I from Lazul?
20 feet, maybe.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and toss my 50-foot rope in Lazul. So that it goes down, it goes to 20 feet, that it's one end of my 50-foot rope. I'm going to toss to him and hold on to the other end.
Okay.
And
that's
pull himself up.
Yeah. That gives it enough on either end because of your the height, allowing you of his height. So he's able to give you a little bit of leeway on that 50 feet. You suddenly see Lazul as a big clunk of rope makes its way all the way down to the bottom, and you hear Irving shouting to grab on.
I suppose I'll grab on.
All right, Irving.
You could just stay in the hole if you want, dude.
Where is the sword and the skull at the moment? Is it still
there?
Our level, or is it dropped down?
No, it's still there. It's still in the sword is still in the skull of the dragon.
Okay.
Is it magically sealed there? Because if it's less than 20 pounds, that should have come loose and come to me.
Maybe, I don't know, I'm going to try something else. Akio's skull.
How big is the dragon skull?
The skull, it's big. It's about, it's about 5, maybe 7 feet long. It's big.
And you know how Akio works, right? My man is pulling a fucking 7-foot skull towards him at breakneck speed.
Well, he's going to try. I mean, it certainly weighs more than 20 pounds.
I don't think there's any chance I'm going to be able to break the weight limit. I didn't realise the skull was as big as it was.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, it used to be a dragon.
Okay, so let's cancel that idea on the basis that the skull is not going to move. Is there any way I would be able to carefully fly my broom over there and try and pull it out?
You could try. Do you have proficiencies in the broomstick?
No, you don't. But I do. So perhaps I should do it.
Oh, you mean from the bottom of the pit?
There was a rope. I'm being pulled back up.
No, go ahead, please.
I'm gonna pull out my what looks like a dust mop of a broom.
All right.
And I'm just gonna very casually fly and hover over the sword and look down at the sword and go, "You're not coming with us. I honestly don't fucking care. But are you gonna come out of the weird bone skull you're in, or are we just leaving?"
Are you
She's just
talking to the sword?
Yeah, she's having a casual conversation with the sword.
Meanwhile, I'm pulling Lazul up.
Did you drink that mushroom stuff again?
I've been drinking it every morning. What the fuck do you expect of me?
It's gone. She drank it all.
I polished that shit off. Sword, you coming with or not?
I don't think that thing's coming out. I think it's magically sealed in.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm not gonna try
So
to pull
it's sealed
it.
in the skull. Is that right?
I'm just gonna hover over it and touch the hilt of it and be like, "Are you coming with or not?"
It's a sword, Zeph. It doesn't have a stinking mouth.
You're underestimating the possibility that this could be a sentient thing that just needs to be asked a question. Also, I'm drunk. And she's just petting the sword now.
Okay. Yeah, you are hovering on your lovely broom, and you've got sort of one hand on the sword, and you kind of stroke it. Nothing seems to be occurring, and definitely no response from the sword.
Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Carpe retractum on the sword.
Okay. Let's see here. What's the...
Hold on, can I send this?
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
I wonder if there's a...
I'm trying to pull it to me.
And then retracts, pulling caster, and target. Pulling both of you guys together 10 feet closer to each other.
So I'm hovering. Either the sword's coming to me or I'm going to the sword.
All right. If the target... Well, it's not a creature, so that's a thing. All right. Okay. Are you hoping for it... Well, okay. If you're hoping for it to come the full 10 feet to you... You have to give me a strength check to hold on to your position. Otherwise, you're shooting 5 feet towards it too, which means off your broom.
Okay. Strength check, you say?
Yeah.
-1. It's a saving throw. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Okay.
All right.
I'm so strong today.
The mushrooms have vitamins. Who knew?
Mushrooms have helped me. The mushroom line has strengthened me.
All right. So, as you are basically like stripper holding onto that pole of a broom, you basically you reach out and you cast the Carpe Retractum. The sword suddenly jolts out from its from the skull and sort of shoots forward 10 feet towards you, landing on the ground in a large sort of tink, 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 tink.
I'm immediately like zooming towards the sword, jumping off my broom and grabbing it and holding it up and being like, I fucking got it. Someone try to take it from me.
Funny.
Accio sword.
No, bitch. I'm holding on.
Funny that you would say that. Someone come take it from me. Because as you hold up the sword, suddenly, bursting forth from one of the sarcophagi, it seems this almost like a fog or a cloud. This thing, this essence, starts floating towards you.
He's that way.
Hey, what's
as it comes towards you, the glowing orb that is in this room suddenly gets sucked into its being.
The fuck? Who wants the sword?
Lazul does.
Lazul, here you go. She's gonna hold it out towards him. No, now not so much, really.
Fine. I'll take the sword.
As a ghostly light emanates from this being. As the sword is being tossed, you see it sort of reaching out like some weird, almost like a cloud being shot out from this thing, reaching for the sword as it gets passed from you over to Lazul. It then suddenly takes its focus off of you, Seth.
Hot potato!
And starts pushing its way towards you, Lazul. Suddenly, out from the other sarcophagi, yet another strange floating beast makes its way.
We're not doing this again, okay? Last campaign I was aged 40 years in this encounter. 40 years! I'm not losing 40 years again, man.
Okay, and let me just kick everybody off here first. And with that, I need everyone with some initiative as this weird ghostly fog is attacking you, or at least seemingly.
But before we go into actual combat, can Seth attempt to be like, hey, wait, no, fuck you. You didn't post any rules up about the sword. Chill the fuck out.
I rolled a 12, Andy.
Yep. Okay, let me just get you in there. Yeah, this thing is. It's like there's no response from this thing. This thing is just almost just pure energy. 12 for Mr. Donovan. Okay.
I rolled a 6 and then it rolled twice.
I'm just two things. One, I'm just reloading.
Okay.
And two, how much longer are you planning on going on, buddy?
Not much longer.
Okay, cool.
And a 6 for you, Irving. Okay. All right.
Select my token and roll mine.
Okay. We have this guy here. Oh, that's not good. And this one over here on the bottom. Come on, Big Daddy Money. Yay! Okay. All right. And a 7.
Did you just say Big Daddy Money?
Hells yeah. Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Yay! All right. So, with that being there, guys, as you enter in this, it seems that taking the sword, you have awoken the lovely Lady Tanamir and her squire. As
they don't seem very lovely to me.
As a both sort of one of them sort of takes on more of a feminine sort of body shape. The other takes on a very sort of built up masculine sort of shape, and the one of them speaks to you. She looks at you and looks back at the ones at the other side and speaks. The sword has been returned. Leave it, or you shall remain here.
We need the sword to destroy another dragon.
And that's where we're going to leave off this session. Perfect spot right there. All right.